Hey guys, and welcome to the wonderful world of The Sims 4, where today we are doing a speed build CAS video of Family Guy characters. The whole family should be here, except for Brian, and that's simply just because we don't have dogs yet, pets yet, in Sims 4, which I hope we will be getting soon. I thought about making a human type character for Brian, but it didn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, we have seen that before in the multiverse episode of Family Guy, but that it didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel right having Brian be a human. So I settled for just the other characters, which are Peter, Lois, and Meg, and Chris, and Stewie. Stewie, when we get to him, is going to be looking a little strange too because he's not a toddler. We don't have toddlers either, so I settled for making him a preteen, I guess, a child. I'm guessing the Sims children are around the ages of like maybe between 8 and 10. That's what they look like to me anyway. They could be a little older. They could be like 11 or 12, but I don't know. 8 to 10 sounds better to me. I don't know. I have no clue. Anyway, he's not going to look like Stewie does on Family Guy, the show. None of these characters really do. And the way I thought about this is just how the characters would look if they were Sim characters. And I started that whenever I realized I could not get Peter Griffin's chin right. So I was just like, okay, we're just going to get as close as we possibly can. I'm sure there's other speed build CAS videos out there of other people doing Family Guy. So I'm sure there's probably better ones. I don't take as much time as I should when I'm doing CAS videos. Speed builds I take a lot of time on, and I really, I'm very adamant about getting every little detail right. CAS videos though, I don't care as much, almost. I do like to have my characters, though, look similar to the characters that are portrayed on TV or portrayed on in books, I guess. If I do any builds later on that are supposed to be from books, I could do that, I think. There are a couple of different things that I've thought about doing out of books that would be interesting. But we'll see, that's going to be later on down the road. Anyway, though, I think of creating these Sims as, just creating them as closely as they possibly could to what their character is on the TV show. So the Sims characters aren't always perfect. I do try to get them as close as I possibly can. There will be a speed build of their house done soon. I started it a few days ago, but it didn't really pan out the way I wanted to. And that was because the top floor of their house, if you've ever seen the cartoon, you'll know that it's built into the roof. And that's not really weird in everyday life. A lot of houses are built with rooms built into the roof, kind of. If that makes sense. If you go look at a picture, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But it's kind of impossible to do that in The Sims 4. And I fiddled around with it, trying to figure out how to do it, how to make it look like, this house wasn't a big, massive mansion, but still had rooms up in the top floor, which was also supposed to be the roof. And I had a really hard time with it because it's supposed to be a smaller house. If it had been a larger house, then it may have been more possible, but I don't know how gameplay would have been with it, and I feel like gameplay may have been a disaster. As you can see, we have started Lois now, and I had a really, really tough time with Lois's facial features and facial structure. In the TV show, Lois's nose is kind of like a triangle just kind of sticking out of her face. And I had a really hard time recreating that. And I just need to rant a minute about the lips on The Sims 4. I hate the lips on The Sims 4. There are no good lips, like none. They all look really weird to me. They are just over-exaggerated. They're just really strange. They do not look like normal lips. So whenever I build characters, I have the roughest time with lips because they never look right. They never look the way I want them to. So you'll see me a lot of times use the same lips over and over again, and that's not because I don't like diversity and lip shapes, I guess. It's because none of the other lips look right. There's one that I've seen on here that's got it's this huge gap between the Cupid's bow, I think that's what it's called, up on the upper lip. And when I say huge gap, I mean it's like a what would be a centimeter, I guess, in game. It'd be like an inch wide gap in real life on somebody's face between the little heart-shaped part of their lips on the upper lip. And I hate it. I hate those lips. I don't know who made those lips, but they're terrible. They're awful. You know, I don't have much criticism about this game, but the lips are bad. They are really, really bad. Anyway, though, I do love The Sims 4, obviously. That's why I'm doing this kind of YouTube channel, where it will be mostly Sims videos for now. I intend on doing different videos later. That may even be sooner than I thought it would be. Parkitect is one game that I have that I've been playing with that I really like, and I think I may start recording that even as early as like tomorrow. So we may see if I start gaining any more followers and people, or subscribers, I guess, followers on Twitter. And you guys give me some comments, some tips. Just let me know things that you would like to see. I wouldn't mind doing things, that people tell me that they want to see. So that just all depends. It all depends on where this channel goes, I guess, from here. Hopefully it goes somewhere. I don't sit around and do these just for my own sake, I guess, which I really do enjoy making videos. But I do want people to like what I do. And if you guys don't like what I do, please tell me. I don't mind knowing that it's terrible. If it's bad, I can change it. It's not that big of a deal to me if someone tells me something's bad. Anyway, though, we're just starting Meg, and Meg is my favorite character from Family Guy. At first, I had her really, really big, and she's not that big on the TV show, actually. So we will change that in just a minute. She will be a little bit smaller in size. That's just because it's a little difficult because they talk about her being fat in the show. But she's not really, the way she's drawn doesn't look like Chris or even Peter. So I slimmed her down a little bit, but she does look like how I would think she would actually look in real life. So we'll see that here in a few minutes. I've made these characters before. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. Maybe I did, but it was when the first week I ever started playing The Sims, I created the Griffin family, and I created their house. And my whole goal, I actually played with them when I did this as well, and I actually had a goal with this gameplay, and it was that I wanted Meg to become popular. So I put them was it a home gym? I think I put them a home gym in the basement. So I may do that again, do a home gym, and I could do a Meg Griffin popularity challenge. That would not bother me. That'd be kind of interesting to do, and it would have a goal set for me. As I've said before, I don't like doing Let's Plays just because I don't have a goal set. But if I did something like that, I could be able to play through it for maybe a month or two, with one video coming out once a week on the gameplay, maybe even twice a week. I guess it just would depend on what other videos I'm doing. So that could be interesting. I could do some gameplay with the family. I know some other people probably have. I haven't watched any other videos of any people doing CAS videos or speed builds on the house or anything, any gameplay. And that's just because whenever I have an idea, I don't want to look at other people's things and start taking ideas. I want to make it from what I think and what, ideas I come up with on my own. And I just said ideas like 7 times within that, I don't know, those couple of sentences there. I'm sorry, you guys. I've been talking a little bit fast this video, trying to get everything in that I want to say. And I haven't talked so much about actually putting the characters together. But the main things to know about this video and to know about the characters is that I did give them their everyday wear, which came straight from the TV show, and maybe 3 outfits. At least one other outfit that came directly from the show. For the adults, for Peter and for Lois, it was their pajamas, and Peter is just in his white underwear for his pajamas, and Lois is in that pink silky lace-looking nightgown, and that comes straight from the TV show. And then the kids, Chris and Meg, their formal wear came straight from the TV show. So you've already seen Meg's, and it's that black dress that she wears, and I've seen her wear it on dates with Adam West and a couple of other random things. If you guys have never seen the video or never seen the TV show, then that just sounds really weird. Her dates with Adam West. Then again, you may not know who Adam West is, but it's pretty funny. Anyway, so Chris's, sorry, I hit my leg on the desk there. Chris's formal wear actually comes straight from some of his dates too. I've seen that he's had several dates with random characters here and there. Taylor Swift was one he went on a date with just like this past week. That's been a really recent episode. I made him unflirty as well. I used that new trait, unflirty, on him because I thought it made a lot of sense to use with Chris because he's never had a lot of luck with girls. And here you will see where I had some trouble with Stewie. His head is massive. He has a gigantic head for a child. I couldn't get it quite football shaped like I wanted it to be. But I settled for what I had. He's just got a huge, like, chunk of head sitting on his shoulders. And that's okay. You know, that was as close as I could get to the character. And this is just the Sims version of Stewie. And he's, you know, also not a toddler. So maybe his head shrunk a little bit as he got older. Who knows? Right there, I was just checking out some of the outfits that I hadn't seen yet. Especially the ones that came from City Living. I didn't even know had existed. Apparently, I haven't created any children in game since City Living came out. So I was just looking at those outfits. The other outfit that I used for Stewie that came straight from the TV show was actually his party wear, I think, but it really didn't come straight from the TV show. It was more like what I would imagine he would wear, that right there, with the cute little suspenders and the red button-up. It's kind of a nod towards his red suspenders and the yellow t-shirt he wears. Now we're just jumping into some screenshots. Here we have Peter in his everyday wear and then his sleepwear. Those two outfits came directly from the show. Then we have Lois in her everyday and sleepwear, and then it goes kind of so on from there. Each character has two outfits up. The kids had their formal outfits up on here, though. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you have, you know, let me know what else you guys would like to see from me. If you didn't enjoy this video, you know, let me know that too. You know, I can always improve. I really appreciate it though, and I intend on keeping this channel up and trying as hard as I can to make the best quality videos as possible. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.